This is Devil World. I came across this game about a month ago. I don't remember exactly how I found it. I think I was watching something, and they were talking about these games that were never released in America or were only released via somebody homebrewing them, basically making their own NES cartridges. And I was fascinated by that idea. So I started looking around at all these games, and I came across this one. And my wife actually does still have an NES system, both a Super Nintendo and a Nintendo. The Nintendo works about 50% of the time. It's on its last legs. So I actually went to eBay and found 1 million copies of this thing. All different price ranges, all different types. There is one that was, I mean, it's got to be a homebrew. I'm just looking at the cartridge. It has to be. They didn't really describe it that way. It was sort of a nebulous description, which I guess is probably because it's a legal gray area. Since it was never released here, they converted it. As you can see, it is in relative English, or at least everything I've seen. There's not much to this game, so it is in English. I believe it was released in maybe Europe. So anyway, I found one for like $10, and that was worth it to try it, because I was really kind of just, I looked at the game, and the concept was interesting to me, because the game, if you look at this, and I'm going to play it now, so I'm going to try to talk and play. It is very clearly a mix of, oh, I don't know, what would you call this? It's a religious game, which is odd in itself. I mean, it's a very religious game, clearly. You are fighting the devil with a cross. And this is obviously time for Easter, so there you go, Happy Easter. Because actually, I am playing the religious role here. I'm the little bubble type character here. And it's also sort of Pac-Man-y, as you can see, because the goal is to get all these, what do you call it? You know, these dots, right? So, okay, and I guess when you eat ice cream, it's bad because it makes you fat. You stop for a minute. But as you can also see, there's 2 bars, or actually there's technically 4 bars on the game. The devil's on the top, and the devil is moving the game board to try to crush you. So if you get stuck, as you see that now, if I get stuck here, it will kill me. Also, the enemies will kill me, so it's not just that. I don't know what that thing is. I don't think I've actually... Oh, it's a guy. Okay. So anyway, the game is... This is the thing that actually kind of intrigued me. Is the game is effectively a Pac-Man sort of clone, but it also changes. So this board is now different. So now the idea... Oh, crap. The idea is to seal... See that? I'm sealing the central devil box. And I was just, like I said, I was very taken with the idea of how wild... Number one, you don't see a lot of very religious games ever, especially for the Nintendo. In fact, that's why, from what I've read... Oh, crap. Nope, I got crushed. That's why the game never got released in the States, is because there was too much overt Christian imagery. But actually, the game... And so But then I started reading people saying, no, the game's actually really, really fun to play. And I was like, okay, well, how fun could it really be? But for $10, sure, let's give it a shot. I mean, whatever. That's not a tremendous amount to buy a game like this and try, especially because it is so fundamentally weird to me. Oh, I can eat that guy. I didn't... Oh, man. Oh, okay, good. I was going to say. But I also like the idea that the game is fighting against you. So it makes it actually much tougher. It's not just a... Oh, wait. Okay, now, in my playing, this is as far as I've... Oh, I got past this. The bonus box, which is just running around collecting, I guess, Bibles, or whatever these... Oh, crap, I didn't know you could die in the bonus stage. I didn't really actually pay attention to that the first time. And then I guess that's a speed thing I just got. Oh, crap. Oh, crap! Crap! Well, there goes the bonus box. I did much better the last couple times I tried that. But I have to admit, I'm sort of... really taken with the idea that the... Oh, crap again! I also did a lot better the last time I played this. That the game is actively working against you with these things on the side. Because if it was just a... What do you call it? If it was just a Pac-Man clone, that's one thing. I mean, there's nothing original about just ripping off an item. Oh, ooh, wow. He's really moving those bars. There's nothing really original about that. Oh, no! Uh-huh. Well, I guess that's my fault. The devil got me. The devil went down to Pac-Man land, and he killed me. But the fact that it does have this sort of interesting conceit as far as the game board. Wow, I do not remember board 2 being this hard. the fact that it is actively working against you, I really think changes the scope of this game a lot. It made it tremendously different and better for me to play. So yeah, like I said, I mean, anybody who's listened to the show long enough knows, I mean, it certainly isn't the religious imagery that draws me into this. There's nothing for me there. But it's the fact that it was something that was, and I do believe it does make a lot of sense that this game was probably prevented from coming here because it's overtly religious, and Nintendo always had this kind of we won't offend anybody stance. So I get that part, but it's actually kind of the game mechanics, while a fundamental ripoff of Pac-Man, as I've said like 3 times now, it is. It's definitely a ripoff of Pac-Man, but it works. And the fact that the game is fighting you makes it different than, I don't know. I did not expect. Oh crap. Yeah, well, I guess I should have expected that. Oh, I'm still alive. I didn't realize I had 1 life left. So now the devil is part of the game. See, the devil's now waddling around, which is pretty awesome, I think. I actually quite enjoy the fact that the devil is now part of his own game. I actually don't think I ever... Oh, damn it. This game is tricky, man. It really is. I don't know if I can shoot him. I can't. See, I thought so. He is invulnerable. The devil cannot be shot. So that adds a real kind of difficulty level, because everybody else, you can sort of mitigate them, much like you can in Pac-Man. You know, if you get them with the Magic Bible or the Magic Cross, they cease to be a real threat. Come on. Anyway, but the devil is invulnerable. So the devil, who you would assume would be vulnerable to the magic of the Bible, is not. So he is kind of the truly, you know, penultimate evil. Oh, get up. Okay, is it going to go left or right? Knowing my luck, it's going to come towards me. Oh, no, it's just... Okay, it's going to... What is this thing going to do? Come on, make a decision. Now I'm just in a waiting mode. I want to see which way it goes. Oh, gotcha. Okay, well, at least Okay, this is going down now. So, okay. I gotta avoid the devil. This has not happened to me before. I don't know if this is... Huh. So, okay, there we go. I was going to say, I haven't had it where it just wouldn't let you do anything for a while. So that was going to be something... Okay, now I'm taking a bit of a risk here. Because if this thing goes up, I'm screw-olded. Okay, got it. I should have this. Bam! I also quite enjoy that the devil has white gloves and becomes a bat. You know, very Dracula-esque bonus box. So basically, this is it. I mean, there's nothing much else to this game. This is the whole concept. But like I said, it's the whole thing about the game working against you. I think that really drew me in. It seems so different to what I'm used to. Oh, come on. You're gonna really do this to me? Well, I guess you're the devil. You'd have to. Oh, I got a free guy. So this is it. I mean, there's really, like I said, there's nothing you're going to see that's going to make this any different as far as what it does. This is the same game over and over, and like Pac-Man, it just becomes progressively harder, but the mechanics are fundamentally the same. But I was just, like I said, I really enjoy this little game because not only the novelty of it, like I said, the fact that it never got released is one thing, but also I enjoy the fact that this game... And see, this is one thing that I really didn't know this, but I've found this out, that Japanese Nintendo games... Oh, I got nailed. Have traditionally been too hard in many cases. There's a lot of them that didn't get released because the Japanese Japanese companies thought the American audiences would not enjoy games that were difficult. And this game does have a difficulty to it, because as you've seen, it is very easy to kind of... no, to get stuck. I mean, that's the whole thing. This game plays around with physical spaces in a way that I don't think I ever played any other Nintendo games that were like this. Not to this degree of... Oh, crap. Oh, I'm finished. Well, that's a good place to end anyway, because that's pretty much my whole video anyhow. I haven't played Nintendo games that were like this, that really kind of played around with the physics. At least I don't know of any. You guys may have played some. I didn't play every... I'm certainly not like a master Nintendo collector the way some people are, but this game, I don't know why. It just kind of captured my my interest, and I really like it. It's just difficult enough to be replayable. It's such a whacked out concept, such a foreign concept, as far as both the religious imagery and the gameplay. And again, but it's familiar because the Pac-Man element does immediately sort of, you get what it does. You can catch on very quickly. And I'm going to keep playing it. I don't know if it changes later. I doubt it does. My guess is I've seen the 2 basic variants. But again, it's called Devil World. And if any of you still play Nintendo games or have a Nintendo, you can easily find this on eBay. So you could play this game. This is not one of the ones that's going to cost you $2,000. Well, if you want to get the original Famicom version, it's extremely expensive. But there are a number of avenues to purchase people's carts of these things. So if you end up playing this, I would be curious what you thought, or if you've played it. But I had a riot with it.